Dear colleagues, let me start my topic with small introduce how Joe Biden, at first time, issue the assessment of the speech of Vladimir Putin at the celebration, Kremlin celebration of the by the result of the first referendums. So after this estimate, Union Nation started the discuss for the resolution against this referendum. Despite the support of the Union Nation representative Bridget Woodford, United States with Albania didn't find support of the Security Council of the Union Nation of the all memberships, 15 temporary memberships of the Security Council of the Union Nation. India and Qatar in particular, as said Russian media, refused to support this resolution. But you can see, dear spectator, that is a very difficult play game in the Security Council of the Security Council of the Union Nation. But diplomacy can do the change of this is agenda of Security Council and in agenda will be entered the question about the blast of the two pipelines, not the first and not in the second. And the last message, the last information, the leaks of the gas from the second pipeline was and let's continue the gas topic. The first part will be the certainly before after the not before after the 2014, if you know, European Union became to build reserve power of the gas transport system. For example, Sweden of energy sources. For example, Sweden and Lithuanian build the electricity cable between the Sweden, Lithuanian and Sweden after the close of Ignalinskaya atomic plant. Plant that has very good help, a very big help for the Lithuanian in the for the electricity supplies, especially when the winter will go. Jesus, and and by the gas system, European Union have the interconnected system and the Baltic pipeline from Norway to Norway, Denmark, and Poland. And so the interconnected system help to European Union as insurance for the frequent supplies gas from the Russia. And the last story of this moment I must tell how the one lane opened in Bulgaria a small pipeline, gas pipeline with 200 kilometers only. But from the Azerbaijani pipeline under the name Taft Amana. This is a gas stream started in the underwater in Caspian Sea in Azerbaijani territory, of course, under the name Shah Deniz. And this pipeline across the Turkey, Turkey went to the Greece and have end in Italy, in the south of Italy. Despite small power of capacity of this is pipeline, this is very big for the South Europe, and for very good for the Turkey as the main transit gas row to the Europe. And totally, and the last there are 200 kilometers from this pipeline to Bulgaria. Allows to the whole clothe the consumers, Bulgarian consumers in the natural gas. So this is applies heat for the dependent Bulgaria for the gas from Russia. Russia, and this is a pipeline gas pipeline, and this is a pipeline. This pipeline allows to the find to 6 additional values of the natural gas for the pump of the by the across this pipeline for the supplies into Romania and then Moldavia and Ukraine. It's not amazing, but this is situation of the Kremlin and single Russia calculation with the supplies of the resources of the energy resources into the and I'm noted what time how the small countries have a big interest, have a matter for the European Union and in the policy of the biggest countries, Germany, France, and Italy of the European Union. Jesus, and certainly before the second before the second part of my topic, I must sorry. The second part of topic I will start. I'll start from the comment how the director of the Zaporozhye atomic plant, Igor Murashov was denied by the Russians forces. If you know, I must remind the Zaporozhye atomic plant, nuclear plant, have Ukrainian staff, but guard of this electricity plant have Russian part of the Russian inter-ministers, so Rosguardia, Rosguardia, and so this is a story of very interesting, and I think in some period the director will be have a freedom. So and this is a background for the statement of Russian leaderships and repeated Ramzan Kadyrov. How how to use tactic nuclear weapon in the territory of Ukraine. So and certainly this is a situation said in particular German experts it's impossible. No have a base of this statement. And so the situation at the background when the Russian Federation, Russian Z troops left the key town in the north of the Donetskaya Oblast. So this is means that the Ukraine forces, under the leadership of General Zaluzhny, after clear Kharkovskaya Oblast, entered into the Donetskaya Oblast and Krasny Liman. This is one of the have military significance, and for politicians, that very interesting that this town have a place into the Donetsk Oblast. And so, by this background allows to the Russian officials to advance a statement of the Ramzan Kadyrov. Due to that in the Kremlin meetings, Vladimir Putin have not remained about nuclear weapon. But and this is a very strong situation, and I have information about the Ukrainian forces hit on the Crimea Bridge. It may be fake, but I think how the all Russian media, including the state media, federal channels, television, told about have a message about how the Z forces left the Liman. So this is maybe mask for the heat of the Crimea bridge. For the Kremlin, not the forces, Kremlin, this is policy. This is the biggest policy, I think. The Kremlin, for the Kremlin, not the forces. The Crimea bridge have moral and psychological significance. And so I think the Ukraine forces, missile forces and air forces have attempts to attack Crimea bridge. And the second and the last of Ukrainian topic today. By the according to the strategic situation, I think Russian Z forces leaving the Kharkovskaya Oblast, Kharkov Oblast, with the political aims, but the military situation it's not means how the Russian Z forces want to save up forces, at first tanks, tanks forces for the suddenly attacks as was in 1941 when Wehrmacht from the north in the region Konotop under the Göpner and Guderian attacked to the south, and Kleist via River Dnieper attacked to the east, and one of the largest Soviet generals, the chief of the Ukraine groups of the Soviet army, was around, and he was self-shooting, and his name is Krivonosov. So so this situation, Russian Z forces have not possibility due to the space investigation, as I told in my one of my tweet, did not permit this situation. If you remember, at the 20th of the February, 20th of the February, 20th of the February, all media and politicians of the West ask about concentration and focused Russian tanks forces in Rostovskaya, Krymskaya, Voronezhskaya, and other oblasti states around the eastern border of the Ukraine. If you remember, rather than Liz Truss, when she was foreign minister, leader of the Fleet Street, went into Moscow and asked Sergei Lavrov about Voronezhskaya and Rostovskaya with Liz Truss. And something like the result you are now. So the last topic of today, I'd like to tell about the Kadyrov's words, sentences to the claim into the troop workers, employees of the organs, internal organs, policy, external situation, prison systems, and another 5 million people, he told. And I think some of the surrounding Putin know about these proposals. So and certainly this is a very interesting situation, and society. I think Putin won't, after the first day of the celebration by the result of referendums, won't avoid additional tension in the inland Russian society. So thank you. Bye.